It's now time for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. We go all the way back to December the 27th of the year 2023 when the Nashville Predators were welcoming in the Carolina Hurricanes for the second and final meeting of the regular season between these teams. Head coach Andrew Burnett deployed his lines in the following way: Forsberg, O'Reilly, and Nyquist, Sherwood, Novak, and Evangelista, Parson and Glass, and Sissons, Smith, McCarron, and Tomasino. That means it's Yakov Trenin getting the healthy scratch in this game. McDonough and Yos here, your first defensive pairing. Luzon and Carrier, Fabro and Shen. That means Barry is getting the healthy scratch on the defensive side of things. UC Saros gets the starting net. Kevin Lankinen actually scratched for this game. Askarov has been called up from Milwaukee and filling in as the backup. 20 seconds into the first period, Skachetkov coming in with a save on the captain, Roman Yossi, the first shot on goal of the game for either of the clubs in 57 seconds of the first period. Luzon off the box, 2 minutes forward tripping. That's our first penalty and our first special teams play of the game. It's UC Saros coming in with a save on Burns, and then Saros coming up with another save on Burns. A strong PK overall by the Nashville Predators, doing a good job ragging the puck and killing off a lot of time all the way down in the Canes zone at 3:02. First period, UC Saros coming up with a save on Drury at the 5:07 mark. It's Saros coming up with a save on Teravainen at the 5:14 mark of the first period. Aho off the box, 2 minutes before tripping. The Preds get their first power play opportunity of the game. It's Kachetkov coming up with a save on Ryan McDonough, then coming up with another save on Parsonen. Preds unable to break through. 7:30 of the first period. Kachetkov coming up with another save on Luke Shen at 9:03 at the first glass off the box. 2 minutes for interference. Preds' second penalty of the game already happening in just 9 minutes, and Sebastian Aho makes him pay on this one. His 14th goal of the season gives the Carolina Hurricanes a 1-0 lead in this game. It hit the D on the way in, and you've heard that one so many times this season. Heavy traffic in front of Saros. It bounces off. It finds its way into the back of the net. Power play goal for the red-hot power play unit of the Carolina Hurricanes. Sebastian Aho always does good against the Preds. 1-0 now in favor of the Canes. 11:24 into the first period. UC Saros coming with a save on Netches at 11:56. It's Kachetkov coming with a save on Nyquist plus Philip Forsberg's jam in the follow-up at a 14:07 of the first period. It's Cole Smith off the box. 2 minutes for interference. The Preds' third penalty in just 14 minutes of this game, and Burns makes them pay again. His 6th goal of the season. It's a long, accurate, high shot through traffic. Lots of traffic in front of UC Saros on this one. And that's going to be Carolina taking a 2-0 lead here just over 15 minutes into this game. 15:48, the first period. Kachetkov coming out with a save on Ryan McDonough. Things would kind of even out here, and the teams would skate to the conclusion of the first period with the Nashville Predators out shooting the Carolina Hurricanes 11-9. Carolina holds the 2-0 lead. We are 1:18 onto the clean sheet of the second period, and it's Nyquist breaking through for the Nashville Predators. His 6th goal of the season is a rebound put back on the backhand. Svechnikov comes in and hits Nyquist after the goal. Initially, Nyquist stayed down and left the game injured for some time, and it was called a 5-minute major on the ice, and then it was reviewed, and then the penalty was completely rescinded. The more times you look at the replay, the less it seemed like a head contact or a vicious hit, and it just kind of seemed incidental, poorly timed after the play was over, perhaps, but it was rescinded completely. Nashville Predators bench, Nashville Predators players are completely incensed. It's Nyquist, though. His 6th goal of the season does get on the board for the Nashville Predators, and it was a rebound put back, making the game 2-1 in favor of Carolina. 1:33 into the second period. UC Saros coming up with a save on Chatfield at 2:18 of the second period. Kachetkov coming out with a save on McCarron at 3:44 mark of the second period. Svechnikov, though, coming out with his 3rd goal of the season. So Svechnikov goes from just 2 minutes earlier having a 5-minute major and possibly being done for the evening to having that rescinded, and now getting on the score sheet with his 3rd goal of the season. That makes it 3-1 in favor of the Carolina Hurricanes. 4:15 of the second period. Kachetkov coming with the save on Philip Forsberg. This led to a scrum. Philip Forsberg trying to will his team back into it. Good to see a little bit of emotion, a little bit of jam, especially right here after the whistle. We don't get a lot of that with this Preds team. 4:57 of the second period. Chatfield off the box. 2 minutes for tripping. This is going to give O'Reilly an opportunity to score his 14th goal of the season. It was Colton Sissons doing the hard work at the front of the net, and he absolutely, with the jam, pokes the puck free. O'Reilly's able to pull it out from between the pads and put it into the net with ease. His 14th goal of the season is the Preds' 2nd goal of the game. Now 3-2 in favor of the Carolina Hurricanes at 5:36 of the second period. It's Burns. He's off the box. 2 minutes for high sticking, putting the Preds back on the power play, but the Preds unable to get anything done over the course of this power play until Glass ends up picking up a penalty. 2 minutes for tripping. That took place in the offensive zone. That created a very, very short 4-on-4 before it puts the Carolina Hurricanes on the power play. UC Saros would have to come up with a save on Sebastian Aho, and then would have to come up with another another save on Svechnikov at 9:56 of the second period. It's Drury's 5th goal of the season, putting Carolina up 4-2. It was a back post tip, and Fabro, off of the faceoff, goes down, got himself all twisted up, appeared to be injured, but was thankfully able to come back into this game shortly after this. But while Fabro was down, that left the back post wide open, and Drury, ever the opportunist, gets in there and puts the puck into the net. UC Saros having all kinds of trouble on the other side of his crease, unable to affect anything on this shot by Drury. Carolina leads 4-2. We are only halfway through this game. The second period is wild. At 11:27 of the second period, Kotkaniemi going off the box. 2 minutes for tripping. Kachetkov has to come up with 3 consecutive saves on Luke Evangelista at close range. Evangelista tried to step out and jam. He tried to go through the legs and jam, and then he tried to just bull his way straight to the net and jam. Great to see Luke Evangelista working as hard as he was working on the power play. Try to get the Nashville Predators the tying goal in this game. At 13:46 of the second period, UC Saros coming up with a save on Netches at 16:15 of the second period. UC Saros coming up with a save on Burns at 17:21. Kachetkov comes with a save on Parsonen's tuck-in attempt after a great stick handle. Parsonen comes into the zone, cuts across the zone, does an incredible stick handle, gets everyone out of position, and Kachetkov, just at the very, very last possible second on the tuck-in, is able to get a skate on it and kick it free from there. Stick taps Kachetkov for an incredible save. This would have made the season-ending highlight reel for sure if Parson was able to tuck this play in. At 17:35, though, just after this play, just 14 seconds after this play, the Preds go from just missing tucking in the goal to Luke Evangelista picking up a double minor for high sticking in the neutral zone. It was reviewed and it was upheld this time. It happened over in the bench area. It was a clear high stick. The Carolina Hurricanes waste no time converting. Jarvis picks up his 12th goal of the season. It was a redirect at the side of the net. As a matter of fact, it went off Colton Sissons and then right off of Jarvis and then right into the back of the net. Carolina leads 5-2. That took place on the first of the 2 power plays. So the second power play engages now. Teravainen would hit the crossbar with Carolina leading 5-2. We would hit the end of the period. It would go back to 5-on-5 hockey just right there at the end of the period. The Predators out shooting Carolina 28-19. That's already above what the Carolina Hurricanes give up in shots against per game for the season. No matter, though, the Carolina Hurricanes have a 3-goal lead going into the third period. To start the third period, UC Saros is out of this game, and Yaroslav Skarov is into the net. Just called up this afternoon for Lankinen being out with an illness and getting an opportunity in front of the Bridgestone Arena home crowd. And I know a lot of people were very excited about that. At a point in the time in the game when there wasn't a lot excited, a lot of people were excited to see the future goaltender for the Nashville Predators. 1 minute into the third period, Kachetkov coming up with the save on Nyquist, plus the follow-up by Philip Forsberg and Philip Forsberg. Well, that would be a hell of a hockey player. Forsberg at 1:59 of the third period. Skarov comes up with a save. Hey, it's his first game back, Christmas break for me, too. Skarov comes with a save on Nason at 2:19 of the third period. Kachetkov comes with a save on Dante Fabro. Good to see Fabro back in the game after seemingly being quite injured earlier. At 5:50 of the third period, Skarov coming up with a save on Bunting plus Slavin's follow-up. Carolina all over Skarov here early in the third period. 7:29 of the third. Skarov comes with a save on Stahl. The 9:37 mark of the third period, Kachetkov coming up with a save on O'Reilly. 12:09. Skarov comes up with the save on Drury. At the 12:52 mark, we see Kachetkov coming with a save on Forsberg, and then we go into a long empty net scenario with the Nashville Predators choosing to go with the extra attacker down by 3 goals. The Carolina Hurricanes, who had been able to achieve 5 goals seemingly with ease in this game, now completely unable to hit the empty net here towards the end of the game for numerous attempts, numerous minutes it went on before finally 16:51 Kachetkov comes with a save on Parson, and it was, to be honest with you, the last honestly good shot of the game. Skarov would come back in and finish the final 90 seconds. He'd make one more save. The Carolina Hurricanes win this game 5-2. The Nashville Predators outshoot Carolina 37-25, and you can say it's rust, you can say it's whatever. The Predators should have been rested, not rusted, coming off of Christmas break. It was only 3 days, but this was a situation where the Predators truly did themselves in against a much better team than they are. They maybe have been even in the standings in points coming into this game, but the Carolina Hurricanes have just absolutely unleashed fury on the Predators in this one. When you take 3 minor penalties in the first 14 minutes of the game, you're flirting with disaster, and the Preds definitely suffered that disaster tonight. So the Nashville Predators fall on home ice coming out of the Christmas break. Not particularly good performance. Good to see some of the young players out there working hard, and good Good to see Nyquist. Good to see Fabro coming back in at the end. And good to see Askarov getting an opportunity in front of the home crowd. That's going to do it for the Reverse Sports Full Game Recap. We've got box score, we've got analysis, and so much more coming up right here on the Renegades of Puck podcast.